Well, I think that's just completely absurd. That's just the same kind of argument that they keep on rehashing year after year. The 2002 coup was 14 years ago, and now we have people that are hungry in Venezuela. We have political prisoners who have been recognized by NGOs and Amnesty International to be in jail for non-legitimate reasons. And
Human
these
Rights
people,
Watch says people have been tortured.
Exactly. And we have all this. This is well documented. I'm not making this up. You can look it up. And we have to sit here and listen to people talk about the 2002 coup and some harebrained explanation about how the United States wants to do away with Venezuela through means that we don't really know, when all the opposition wants is a recall referendum. They have the signatures for that, and they want amnesty for political prisoners. I think that they have a case to be had in that matter. And
but do you think it's going to happen? Do you think they're going to get to that second phase and, more importantly, have the referendum held this year so that Maduro is not just replaced by his vice president who would have the same policies?
Well, no, I think, obviously, I think the government is trying to drag its feet in this. And what we accomplished now, you have to understand that the government changed the rules on this same recall referendum various times. We had to have 1% of the whole signatures to activate the referendum. Then they changed it and they said it was 1% of each and every state. After doing that, they went through a thorough process in which they invalidated a bunch of signatures, including Mr. Capriles himself, who was the opponent of Nicolás Maduro. He could not sign against Mr. Nicolás Maduro. I know people in my family whose signature was invalidated. These cases were just very, very documented. After we did all this, now the only thing the opposition has is the right to ask in written consent for the activation of the referendum to the National Council. Then they take this and they have 15 days in which they can answer to consider if they're going to do this or not. After saying that, they have another 5 working days in which they can say when the referendum is going to be held. So we have to do this before the October 10th. If the referendum is not activated before October 10th, then Maduro stays. It would be a complete catastrophe. I don't think we will even have the date before the end of August. We're not going to know when this recall referendum is going to be held. So October 10th is a date that we're looking for, and it's a very short window. I don't think, following your question, that that's going to happen.